Welcome to Investing Club.
Whoa.
We will meet 3 times in total. This means that we don't have a lot of time. Does anyone know why I italicized and bolded the word time?
Because it's important.
Because time is important to what? Investing?
Yeah.
Time is very crucial to investing. In investing, time is everything. So let's say you start investing here and the end of your life is over here. This is likely what your portfolio or your bank account is going to do. How old are you guys? Let's estimate you guys are 15 or 16. So you're 15, then a year goes by and you're 16, another year goes by, you're 17. How much your bank account increases from your investments in these years is going to be very small. But from the age 80 to 81, the amount that your bank account will increase will be a lot. Does anyone know the term that I'm talking about here? The term is called compound interest, because over time, when you reinvest the money that you make from your investment, you start to earn more and more money each and every year. It's kind of like a snowball. When you start rolling a snowball, the snowball does not collect very much snow because the surface area of the snowball is quite small. Every time the snowball rolls over, it collects more snow than the last time it rolled over. So by the time you have a big snowball, every time it rolls, you're collecting a lot of snow. And it's the same with your bank accounts. If you guys have a small bank account, the amount of interest you're going to get is going to be small. And if you have a big bank account, the amount of interest that you're going to accrue is going to be quite large. So what does this mean? It means that the earlier you start investing, the more money you guys are going to accumulate in your lifetime. You might only make $100 when you invest your money when you're 15 and 16, but because you started when you're 15 or 16, you're going to get a lot more of those later years that are incredibly lucrative. Those final years when you're 80 and you're making $1 million on interest, it's because you started when you were 15 or 16. But Mr. Hilton, I don't have any money to invest. So we're going to talk about that today. When I was your age, I got my first job at Five Guys, and I wasn't 16 years old yet, so I wasn't allowed to flip patties. I was only 15, so I worked the till, and I sweeped peanuts off the floor for 8 hours a day in that summer. And I would usually sweep peanuts until midnight, and then I was making $8 an hour, and I worked for my first 2 weeks, and they gave me a paycheck for $500. So what do you guys think I did with that money? Yeah, I walked across the street to EV Games and I bought an Xbox for $500. Microsoft created Xbox. How much do you guys think that $500 would be worth today if I had invested in Microsoft stock? This was 11 years ago when I worked at Five Guys.
30K.
30K? So the $500 I spent on Xbox in 2014 would be worth $4,000 today if invested in Microsoft created Xbox. So I could have 8 Xboxes today if I chose not to buy that Xbox. Would you guys rather have had an Xbox for the last 11 years or $4,000? You guys can be honest.
$4,000.
Xbox? Okay. So there's more to this question than meets the eye. If you chose not to buy the Xbox and you chose to invest the $500, you've just created a habit. So now you are less likely to spend the next 11 years playing Xbox, and you are more likely to add an additional $100 to your investment every month because you have more time on your hands to earn money. So if you choose not to buy the Xbox like I did, and you invested an additional $100 per month into Microsoft for the last 11 years, your initial investment of $500 would now be worth $57,000. So that could buy you over 100 Xboxes. So let me ask you guys the question again. Would you rather have an Xbox for 11 years or $57,000?
$57,000.
You said 4,000 before. Has your mind changed? 57,000. But investing doesn't have to be stocks, is what I'm saying. You can also make investments that don't have to do with the stock market. In 2019, I bought this truck for $2,500, and I use this truck now to do junk removal, and this creates income for me. I also, to pair with my truck, I bought $2,500 worth of commercial power washing equipment, and I would go door to door, and I would knock on the door in the springtime or in the summertime and say, hey, I'll wash your guys' driveway for you, and I'll charge this much money to do it. And again, this costed $2,500, and I did a job just with my power washing equipment. I would knock on the door of this just huge estate, like a mansion, and that job took me an entire week of working all day to finish, and I charged them $3,500. So just on one job, I earned interest on the $2,500 investment. And then here's me doing some junk removal. Okay, it's Sunday. We're gonna try to make some money, go pick up people's junk in Vancouver. Hopefully we find some cool stuff while we're doing it. We're gonna go pick up this couch right now that this homeowner asked me about. So let's head there.
I'll just, yeah. Okay,
Okay, so we got the couch loaded up and we could head to the dump, but I wanna try to make as much money as possible. So I'm gonna head to another job, try to cram that one into the back as well before we head to the dump, because it costs me money to dump this stuff. So we gotta try to do 2 trips in one. Okay, so we're at the second job. We need to fit all of this stuff on top of the couch. Should be no problem, but I'm really excited because I actually needed a new printer and the homeowner says that works. Well, let's try and load this up. Okay, we managed to fit it all. Now the question is whether or not that bike is going to fall off while we drive to the dump. She's moving. Just gotta drive slow and trust in the ropes. We made it to the dump and nothing fell off. Okay, so we just dumped the garbage, but now we have to go dump the remaining recycling, and that is just across the street. Okay, got it all dumped. Now let's go to the next job. Alright, so I'm gonna take this stuff to the dump, then I'm gonna go see if that printer works, and in the meantime, if you're in Vancouver and need some junk taken to the dump, send me a message. Okay, so a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. These are some ideas on the board that you guys can start earning money today. If you guys are good at a subject, you can start tutoring. You get a job at a restaurant like I did. You could do lawn care by going door to door and offering to mow lawns. You could buy or take free items off of Facebook and resell them. You could wash cars, you could do dog walking. But first, let's ask about what are some traits of successful people. I want to hear from you guys really quick about this.
Hardworking.
Hardworking, yep.
Creative.
Creative, yep.
Dedicated.
Dedicated, yeah. Consistency. So those are all great answers. But the one we're going to focus on in this club, because we only meet 3 times, is the act of measuring things. You guys need to measure everything in your life. When you go to the gym, people measure how much they lifted and how many chin-ups they did because they want to beat it next time, and they want to see over time how they've improved because that's something that motivates them. When you guys play Brawl Stars, you guys are all counting how many trophies that you've earned because you compare that with your friends, and that motivates you to keep playing. That's part of the reason that video games is addicting. I played video games growing up because I wanted to level up my characters, and that made me feel good. So with your money, you guys want to keep track of everything, and you want to measure everything because that's going to motivate you to do better. This is my personal finances. You can see September, October, November, December. These are the last 4 months of my life, plus January, so the last 5 months of my life. I spend every month $1,185 on rent. I spend $120 on car insurance, $130 on my phone, on groceries. You can see it's starting to trend up as I'm spending more money on vitamins trying to solve my health issues. Last month I spent $2,000 fixing my truck. But the point in showing you guys this is when you plot it out each month, it makes me actually really excited to try and get those numbers lower, because at the very bottom of the document, I have my total costs, like how much I spent that month, and then I have my net income from all the business operations that I do, and you can see that number, and then you have the profit, because you minus the costs by the profit, or by the net income, and then you get your total profit after all life expenses. And this number is really exciting because that's the number, that's the money that you get to actually play with and invest. Because I've already budgeted myself things for entertainment. Like, I'm like, all right, I'll try and give myself $50 a month for entertainment, so that when you get to that total profit after all life expenses, this is the money that you can invest. And that makes you excited to research what you're going to invest in, and it makes you excited to try to get this number higher over time. So we are only going to meet 2 more times. So your guys' homework is to begin measuring your spending in a spreadsheet and start tracking your earnings. And then in our last meeting, you guys can showcase what you spent over the last couple of months, and then you guys can showcase anything that you earned. So then that'll be in our last meeting, and then our next meeting we'll do a deep dive into the stock market, and I'll teach you guys the basics of analyzing a company's value. And then after that, we'll take a look at what we learned about analyzing companies and take a close look at Tesla stock, because that's one that I'm really excited about long term. So we can use the rest of our time today to kind of think about maybe some ways that you guys could earn money, and then I can also show you guys today how to set up your spreadsheet to start tracking the spending that you guys are doing. Does this light a fire under any of you? Are any of you feeling excited? Nice. I'm getting some nods and some general dead eyes. Who is willing to, who is going to commit to this project? I know you didn't expect a project for a club, but let's see some hands if you're going to track your spending and track your earnings over the next couple of months, even if there's no earnings.
I don't really spend anything.
You don't spend anything?
No.
Well, that'll be good. That means that nothing will hurt your bottom line. Anything?
I don't really earn anything.
But you can try to earn something over the next few months.
Yes, like stealing money.
Not stealing money. If you guys want, I'll keep you guys anonymous, but I am recording myself, and I'm probably going to put this on my YouTube channel. And if you guys want to show what you earned in a couple of months, I won't show your face, but I can report what you guys earned on my YouTube channel if that motivates you at all. Maybe it doesn't. I just want to find ways to get you guys started on that long graph that we spoke about at the beginning. Who actually spends money right now? Do you guys spend money?
Yeah, a little.
A little? Does anybody have like an allowance?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah? That's cool. Okay, so then yeah, this will be good.
I'm paying $14 for Spotify.
Yeah, well, it's gotten so expensive lately.
I'm paying $4.
I think it's because you're a student. I used to pay.
Just get a family plan and get some friends. You
Okay.
just split the cost, and it's only $4 per person.
This is good. This is why we're here, you guys. We're finding each other's savings.
Eating outside dates.
Oh, forgot about that one.
How about the acting class? Was that fun?
The acting class was fun. Yeah, I'm not doing it anymore because I'm here full time, but I did that for like 12 months. Where did that go?
Why is dentist, car maintenance, and gifts in the same category?
Dentist, car maintenance, and gifts.
Why is it in the same category?
It's because those are all things that come around like every couple months. So I just decided to put them in the same category. I just finally got on benefits, so I won't have to pay for the dentist anymore, which is good.
Where do you get benefits from?
Benefits? From the school. Yeah.
YouTube Premium.
Yeah, that's worth it. That's $15 I spent.
Hey, we gotta get him to promote our channels if we make them.
Yeah, if you guys start a channel and then you guys showcase your earnings, I'll shout out your channel.
Again.